There we go. Welcome everyone to another episode of Our Parents' Basement. Thank you so much for joining us on your Thursday evening or listening on your favorite mobile device. We are here for another evening of game talk and whatever else talk we decide to talk about, and I'm excited about it. I am Philip, and with me this evening we have two very charming gentlemen. The first is Charles. And Charles, how's it going this evening?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How you doing? You're sounding very relaxing tonight.
I do?
Yeah, you sound like very, hey, this is our parents' basement. We're going to talk tonight. Did you just come back from a vacation or something?
I did, but I mean, it wore me out. It didn't relax me, so... Well, it's great to see you, and always a pleasure to chat with you. And we also have Jason, but I call him Turf. And Turf, how's it going this evening?
Man, I think I'm okay. I'll let y'all know in about an hour. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like rushed. I was kind of late getting on here. Just a little rushed, a little stressed maybe. I don't know. I'm not really stressed, just kind of maybe in a panic. I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
Well,
okay.
Looks like you're at a nice, comfortable 59 degrees back there.
Oh.
Yeah, for those listening, he has a heater on, and it's on 59 degrees right now.
Let's go ahead and turn that off. Forgot about that.
We can still hear you. I mean, it wasn't like muffling your sound or anything.
I just get a number 59.
59, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a balmy 59 degrees out here in the Bob.
So we have a bunch of little topics that we can talk about. Most are game related, some are not. And I'm just going to throw it out there. What do you guys want to talk about first this evening? We have a lot.
How was Vegas?
All right. Well, it was fun. Have you guys ever been to Las Vegas before?
I have not.
How about you, Turf?
Never.
Yes.
Okay. Last time I was there, I didn't have that great of a time. This time, though, I had a wonderful time. We stayed at Caesar's Palace, which is the most bougie, opulent
Caesar
place.
there?
His statues were there.
Oh, okay.
A lot of statues of topless women were there. A lot of statues of David were there, if you get what I'm saying. And yeah, it was just very like gaudy and flashy, but it was such a well-maintained hotel. Like that's half the fun of Vegas, I think, are the hotels, because they're all so different. Like, where'd you stay last time you went?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, yeah, with all the pirate ship stuff, and they all have a fun theme, and yeah, things like that. So the main draw to Vegas this time was Russell got tickets to see Mariah Carey. He's a huge fan, so we saw her live. And full disclosure, she still sounds amazing. I was impressed. You know how she hits those whistle registry voices? She can still do that, which, you know, for a woman of a certain age, man.
That's going to be tough to do every night.
Yeah, well, she's on every other night, and then the one when she's off, either Reba is on or Celine Dion is on. Yeah, I mean, you got to rest that voice. So did that. Didn't gamble at all. Sorry, Turf.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, the $5 at the craps table could have been life-changing.
Yeah, they could have been, but I did watch some folks, play the slot machines, and that's fun just to watch. Look at all the flashing lights. I spent way too much money. I bought my very first pair of Christian Louboutins, and I am so excited about them. I wanted a pair for years, and I finally took the plunge because Caesar's Palace is like prime for clothes shopping. All the great brands were there, and that was amazing. Did this cool thing called the Vegas High Roller, which is basically like a giant Ferris wheel, except you could fit a bunch of people in each pod. It goes over the city, and you see it, all the lights, and
that's pretty cool.
All the landscape. Did a lot of walking. There's a lot of walking you do in Vegas to get from one point to the other, and that's about it. It was a good trip. I'm glad to be back, though. That city will wear you out. There's just so many people. Smoking is still legal in the hotels and bars and whatnot. And
it's rough.
You know what I'm saying?
It's still rough.
I would, definitely. And it was a great hotel, though. I mean, everything was so well maintained and taken care of, and very, very clean. And classy looking in like the actual hotel rooms. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. Next time I do go, I'm gonna have to stay at a place like Caesars. It was very, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun, man. I'm kind of a little disappointed you didn't just take you the Abe Lincoln and throw him down on the craps table, because that might have been a good time.
It might have been
You
fun.
might have got on a roll. You could have been like, "Hey, blow on these. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes."
You could have bought more Christian Louboutins.
I know. You know what? That's true, Turf. I could have, turned that $5 into another pair.
So somebody blow on these. I need some bloody shoes.
Exactly. Get them bloody shoes. I love that term. Oh, man.
I've never been to Vegas yet.
You've not been to Vegas yet,
I've
Charles?
never been out there. No.
Real talk, dude. You're not missing anything.
There's casinos here. There's one out in Des Plaines, Rivers Casino. I can go there.
There's just so much more to it than gambling, which is what I always thought about Vegas. Like, oh, I don't gamble, but there's shows and restaurants and entertainment and people watching. My God,
you remember the late '90s? They tried to turn it into a family destination.
Wait, what? No, really?
Oh yeah, there for a minute. It was like they were trying to make Vegas like the family thing to do. Like, it's when they put in that roller coaster that was up on. It's on top of.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the time they put in that, they were really trying to make it a family vacation type place. I don't get it.
Yeah. The roller coaster, they have that one. They also have one that goes around, I think it's called Stratosphere. That I could see the appeal, but you brought up a good point. I saw a lot of kids there. That does not seem like a place where kids would enjoy it at all.
No, who would take their kids there?
Yeah, so. Oh, one more thing. It was freezing there. It was snowing.
Oh, yeah, Vegas. I heard that they got snow in Vegas.
It was ridiculous. I was so damn cold.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so needless to say, the pools were closed, so didn't get to do much outdoor activity, but that's another thing I forgot to mention.
Man, that's a polar vortex.
Yeah.
For them, it is.
What was that, Charles?
For them, it's a polar vortex.
Yeah, it really was. But I'm glad to be back. Next day at work was a little rough. I was a little jet lagged, but I'm back in the routine and glad to share the experience with you guys. So,
nice.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
for
glad you
asking.
had a good time. I'm glad you got to go out there and you got to let your hair down and go see Mariah Carey, which cool if you're into it.
Yeah, if you're into it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I could tell you one song.
That's all right. I mean,
Fantasy.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I got that one. Okay.
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh yeah, that one gets played a lot.
The one where she squeaks. I don't know, which is
that's just a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had good seats too. I mean, we could see her, all the sequins on her sequins gown.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm really glad y'all had fun. It's
yeah.
I didn't leave anything there, so I'll probably never go back.
Yeah,
there's no reason for me to go back.
if I do go back, it's gonna be a long time, and gonna have to find a good reason to go back. So.
Right.
Check out the Liberace Museum.
Is that there?
Yeah.
Did you check out the Pinball Museum?
No, and no
to
the
Video Game Museum.
There's one there?
I don't know. I know the Pinball Museum, right? It's on Flamingo, I think. It's right off the Strip.
Okay. It's not in the Flamingo Hotel, though?
Maybe that's not the name of it. Maybe it's by the Flamingo. It's just right off the Strip. I remember that. I didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool, it was, like I said, it was a cool, fun trip, but, going back, I'm good waiting for a while. So, like I said, worries you out. So, well, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking, guys.
Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah, and Charles, you had something else you were getting your hands.
Yeah, I'm getting. I'm working the election for the municipal election this coming Tuesday here in Chicago for mayor.
Civic duty. Round of applause for civic duty.
Mayor and alderman. Well, I'm getting paid pretty well for it.
Still, you're doing it for your community.
So yeah, I got my handbook here.
What is a handbook? So wait. So how? Well, first off, why'd you want to do this in the first place?
I don't know. Just thought it'd be interesting to do. Something if I want to do.
Person I've known that has ever done it.
Yeah. You're right.
And I'm the election coordinator, which I'm the one who we registering voters there, people who want to register day of voting, troubleshooting the machines, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've got there's a judge and me. We have the key to the box with all the stuff. So
how did you rate high enough to get the key?
Well, there's a key judge. They got a key, and I got a key. I guess I'm the backup to them in case.
Yeah, okay, I'm with that. But how did you you've never done this before, right?
No, we just gotta do an online test to pass that, and then go through 8 hours of training.
Huh?
And that's it. It's not the hardest thing to do.
Well, no, but still, that's interesting. In a populated place like Chicago, I would think that there would have been lots of people wanting to do their civic duty. It's just kind of crazy that you got the key.
Yeah.
So you're the guy that we need, that the people in politics might need to slip in that little extra.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
Frog skins.
Election coordinator is supposed to be you're neutral. So you're neither Republican or Democrat.
Are you neutral?
I'm neutral in this. Yeah, I got to be neutral in this.
But I mean, are you neutral?
I don't know. But I am.
Okay, you don't have to answer that, man.
I like to say I'm in the middle, more or less, kind of ways.
Most people are.
Yeah, so, most people are.
The people on TV that declare that they're a Democrat or they're all insane.
Yeah,
I think most of the people are really right in the middle.
Yeah,
they're reasonable human beings.
Yeah, true.
Agreed. More people are than you think are purple, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. Myself, I'm very purple. I'm extremely fiscally conservative, but I'm very socially liberal.
Yeah.
I border against anarchy on the social stuff. I'm like, if you don't bother me, I won't bother you. You do whatever you want.
But if you do, got some shooting iron that's going to have your name on it.
It's like getting punches. They feel like, oh, we should never have socialism in America. Do you like your roads? That's kind of
all right. Let's back up. There. That's not socialism. The national government, the federal government, is there for defense and infrastructure. Those are two things that I have zero problem paying taxes for. About anything else, you need to back up off my nuts and let the local governments handle it. But it's just, you don't really what business. I don't know what people all the time. Here we go, y'all. You open the can of worms. You let Papa Turf out the bag.
Preach.
What business? People all the time well, the government should do something, but then when the government tells them to do this, no, you can't tell me what to do. They live in America. It's free, but the government should make them stop. Man, the government leave everybody alone. You need to get out of the economy and let the economy handle itself. You don't need to be trying to legislate wealth. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
America is America because people can earn wealth. There's the American dream of bettering yourself. When you try to legislate higher taxes because those people can afford it, that's ridiculous, because you can't tax people into prosperity. It just does not work. Everybody, they say they want the American dream, but they're really wanting socialism. They're wanting everybody to be equal.
Like a handout, right?
Let me tell you a secret. There's nothing free. Nothing free in the world. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You don't get a free education because somebody has to pay the teachers. Somebody has to keep the lights on. Somebody's paying those bills, and it's the people with jobs. It's not just because you want a free education doesn't mean you get one. And there's nothing free. They should call it taxpayer funded instead of free healthcare. Taxpayer funded healthcare. Guess what? Healthcare is not a right. It sucks. Everybody should be able to get it, but it's not a right. It's a luxury, and that sucks, but it's a fact. And these may be outrageous statements for a video game podcast, but it's the truth. I feel very strongly about this stuff because I mean,
Charles, look what you did.
Yeah, y'all did this. We've made it nearly 3 years keeping politics in the bag, and here we go, man. You should. This idea of free stuff just does not make sense. Just because you want something to be free does not mean if you get something, somebody else had to pay for it.
Right. It's kind of like the, not like Aladdin type genies, but other genies. If you wished for $1 million, let's say, from a magic lamp, someone died, lost $1 million, and that's your $1 million now.
Right. They didn't just pull the $1 million out of the air. Somebody had to give up something for it.
It's like if we're paying our taxes, it should go for stuff that helps
that we need.
Like infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Better roads.
Right. We need bridges. We need roads. We need the military to keep us from not speaking Russian.
We need the potholes filled on I-65 and I-24 and I-440.
That's TDOT's business.
I like that you know that what TDOT is.
You need to talk to TDOT.
You take the IDOT and CDOT.
TDOT cares my ass.
TDOT's doing the best they can, man. Get off their back. They get federal money and they do the best they can.
I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you see that same crater in that same spot for months and months and months. Oh, I just want to. TDOT, I thought you cared. Damn it!
You don't care about this pothole.
I say that because there's these marquees above certain intersections, and it always says, "Buckle up, TDOT cares." I'm like, TDOT, you don't care. There's a pothole right here, bastard.
You don't care about me swerving to miss this. Going to kill you. Hardly cared. You fill this thing up.
Talk about IDOT here. They've got a good social media guy now who runs the boards now.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, it said they had a sign that said no texting, no speeding, no catch up.
Because the hot dog thing.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
It gets your attention. So, but.
Well, Charles, thanks for doing your part.
No worries.
Sorry to go on that rant, but there you go. Thanks for doing your civic duty, man. More people. I think if you're listening to this and you don't care about what happens in your local government, in your state government, and your federal government, you're not a bad person. I won't say that, but you definitely need to take more interest in the world around you because as voters, we get to shape that.
Yes.
And that was very, very. Somebody make a fart joke, please.
This is the key to democracy right here. I don't know. That's funny, but I get it. It has the ballots, the machines, everything. But
that's really cool though. That there's a key, and you have
and
such
it's a good
power behind it.
It's a good paycheck.
With a great key comes a great responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good paycheck. The judges get paid less than I do, but
really,
yeah, they get paid.
So is this your new job, or is this like a side hustle?
Just one. Well, probably 2 days. Probably this general one is probably a runoff. So.
Oh, okay. So you didn't quit your day job. You just
it's my day off anyway. So
earn some extra dough and
cheese.
Buy your own pair of bloody shoes.
I wouldn't do that.
It's like
buy a pair of Pumas.
Turf, you can say what you want about being purple, but you will not say bad things about my bloody shoes.
Oh man!
Which I will not be wearing in Louisville, by the way.
I wouldn't either. I would not. Okay, really. I have to know, man. Where do you wear shoes of that caliber?
I'm gonna wear them to special events that have carpeting. No, if there's important work functions or we're trying to dress up, go to a classy restaurant.
Okay.
Or,
I forget you're a little more bougie than I am.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, years ago.
How often does someone look at someone's shoes? As I said at the end, come on.
I wish I could remember.
Toward the end, he had just nice shiny shoes on, and how often do you look at someone's shoes?
Real talk, I look at everybody's shoes.
I do too. I love shoes. I almost bought another pair while I was in Nevada.
See, I'm a different level of shoe guy. I could bump into being a sneakerhead pretty easily, except for I'm cheap. Yeah, I love my Pumas.
Yeah,
I like a good pair of J's. I like a nice Adidas.
Adidas is good.
But no, I couldn't tell the difference between a pair of, Guess and a pair of bloody shoes. Christian Louboutin. I couldn't tell the difference other than the red soles.
Yeah. Well, that's his signature, but I don't know. Sometimes I just get in like fashion mode, so right. I'll read up on latest trends from all the couture houses and see what's new and what's not affordable, everything. And yeah, I enjoy it.
Were you heartbroken about the guy who just died?
Lagerfeld?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was definitely a visionary and really interesting, but there's also a lot of negativity surrounding him. Like he was very like, how people who don't like certain races are racists. Is there such a thing as a sizist?
Well, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like he didn't like fat people?
Yeah, he would say something like, he said something like, Adele, the singer, she can't wear Chanel clothing because she's too fat, and Adele's just like regular size. So I mean, on the other hand, though, he's dressed some curvier women, so I'm not sure. It's all hearsay.
I'm gonna tell you something.
What's that?
Controversial. This goes back to me being very, very socially liberal. If dude wants to be a dick and say stuff, he can be a dick and say stuff. Now, it's okay, but he might lose sales or whatever. But if he wants to do that, that's okay.
Yeah,
people are too sensitive. Just don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, one of my favorite things about him, though, is that he used to use fur, and his defense was, well, it's either kill or be killed. And he's talking about rabbits and squirrels and possums, like, yeah, because they're so dangerous. And then eventually one day he was leaving one of his fashion shows, and PETA, People Eat Tasty Animals, was there, and they tried to pie him, but the pie landed on Calvin Klein instead, who does not use fur. And then so Karl Lagerfeld had a good laugh about that, and eventually he started using fake fur.
All right, let me ask you a question, and this is a fair question, I think. Man, y'all shouldn't have got me off in this political talk, because I got like something to say about everything now. All right, these people that are so against fur, do they wear leather shoes?
I don't know the first thing about PETA. All I know is that they have a lot of time in their hands, and they should be doing a lot more. If they want to save the animals, quote unquote, they should not be outside New York Fashion Week throwing pies. They should be doing something else.
PETA are a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Let me tell you why.
They wear leather shoes?
They're for like killing all the pit bulls. They're very anti.
Really?
They're a lot of PETA people they're against that, because how dangerous they are. We shouldn't have these dangerous dogs.
Wow, my level of respect went from like apathy to like almost hatred with that.
Well, no, like real talk, and this is another thing. Maybe we'll get us flagged, and we'll get like a lot of views on this.
Yeah,
a lot of downloads. But PETA sucks. Those people are insane. There's one thing to be an activist about something, and there's other things that they're putting people before, or animals before people. 100 times out of 100, I will choose a person, no matter how shitty they are, over an animal, because that's an animal. They don't.
Are you talking about like your pet dog, or what are you talking about?
I don't care if it's a rabbit, a little Sally's Labrador. I don't care. If I've got to choose between that animal and a person, I'm picking the person, because they're people. They rank higher in my world than animals, just because they're people. And call me a speciesist, but I think people, human beings, Homo sapiens,
what you fucking call me?
Important. Yes, I called you a Homo sapien. You want to make something of it? All of those things are way more important than any species on the planet. They win. We made tools. We're better than them. We have a language. We made the internet. We harnessed fire. We're better than every other animal.
But The internet is made of cats. Cats.
You know, cat videos.
Yeah.
Because people put them on there.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, because over the years I've grown leery of a lot of people. So if it's from saving like fuzzy wuzzy Labrador or some jackwagon, I'm not sure. It'd be a head or tails. Who's getting saved today? Call it.
Oh.
This is Sam the Labrador. Sam the Golden Retriever gets to live.
Yep.
But
sorry, dude.
Tim, you get the bullet. Sorry, man. That doesn't make sense.
5-year-old Timmy, I'm sorry. You answered number 7 wrong.
Okay.
Fido fetched the ball right.
Let's just say that Blackie, Shadow, we'll say Shadow the Black Lab. I say Shadow because my first dog was named Shadow the Black Lab. Shadow has cancer. Little Timmy has cancer. The same drug treats both of them. Who do we give the treatment to?
Is there enough left for
Shadow
both?
Labrador, you need to be kicked in the nuts.
My first question is, wait, are they related? Or is that their pet? Is that his pet dog?
Yes.
Is there enough cure to go around?
No.
Oh, man. How old's Shadow, the Labrador?
Shadow is 4.
And Timmy's 5, you said?
Little Timmy, I'm going to say is 8.
So 7 times 4 is 28. In this case, Timmy.
Okay. Yeah. Timmy's 16.
Timmy's 16.
Still.
Shadow's still 4. Prime of the dog's life.
That's the prime of the dog's life? Really? Oh. I would still say Timmy in this case.
What are recovery chances for Timmy?
Right. 100%. Both of them are 100%.
With the drug or sans drug?
With the drug. Sans the drug, it's 0. Now, hold on. We got to find the line here. Labrador Shadow is still 4 years old. Prime of the life. Happy. Loves to chase tennis balls. Loves nothing more than you to throw a tennis ball. But Timmy is 45.
Oh. What does Timmy look like?
Timmy is Timmy's just a dude. He's not like he doesn't have anything wrong with him. He's
upright citizen.
Oh no, Timmy's a little bit of an asshole. He's an alcoholic. I still say Timmy. Whatever he's 82 and on oxygen.
What if he's a child rapist?
Oh no, that's a different story. Those people just need to die. I'm just saying, like a middle of the road average citizen, not somebody that deserves, like, if Timmy shoplifted, I'm still picking Timmy. If Timmy had speeding tickets, still picking Timmy. If Timmy is a child raper, Timmy's just a rapist, period. I'm choosing the dog. I don't care if the dog has 2 days to live. If Timmy's raping folks, the dog gets the cure from cancer, gets hit by a car. I don't give a shit. But dude doesn't get it.
No, doesn't get it. No.
But if Timmy is 85 on oxygen, and he might see 86, maybe. But you know what? I've only got one cure. 85-year-old Timmy, just because he's been a good dude or just been a decent human being, not even good. He didn't even do anything good in his life. He's just a person. He still wins.
And Shadow, I think Shadow will get it in this case. Only because Shadow's what?
Shadow is effed. Because Shadow is not a person. That's like the big strike. Like when the deciding factor comes, it comes down to, they're both pretty good. They're great. This one's a person.
Wait, is Shadow still 4?
4. Still prime of the life.
Yeah, Shadow.
Shadow loves nothing more than to lay down on the rug in front of you by the fireplace while you read.
Oh. Shadow then. Yeah, because I don't think Timmy would do that for me.
What if Shadow was a comfort and therapy dog for children pediatric cancer patients?
Timmy!
And Timmy's 85.
We'll get another dog.
And there's Timmy Jr. And he's doing better with Shadow by his side.
Timmy!
Shadow.
Because I would 100,000 times out of 100 rather have my dad than my dead dog.
Oh, if we're talking family, then sorry,
Well,
Shadow.
he's Timmy Jr., so I'm just assuming.
Oh, okay. I was like,
son.
yeah. If it was random Timmy, then it'd be Sorry,
All right.
Shadow.
We need a different topic. I'm saying F PETA, and people are better than dogs. People are better than squirrels. People are better than white rhinoceros.
Oh, wait, are those a thing?
They used to be.
Oh, they're extinct?
No, they're not. They're like on the verge. I think there's just a male alive. Or no, that's the black rhino. That there's just males. So they're going to be extinct in our lifetime.
Poor things.
What about animal abusers and dog?
Oh, definitely the animal then gets to live.
Fuck those people.
And the poachers, they definitely die.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, I'm a big proponent of hunting and things like that, but it has to be done responsibly.
Oh yeah, I'm not against hunting. I think hunting's great for conservation.
Hunting an animal to extinction is shitty, and you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Hunt deer. There's lots of deer.
Those need to be thinned out a lot of
times. Does, and Bambis. Kill them all.
Hunt pigeons. Kill pigeons. Run over pigeons. They pop when you run them over.
I bet they do. Oh, my friends, we have talked
and rice
180 degrees away from video games, and I am loving it. We've covered so far: shoes, politics, animals, PETA,
popping
pigeons, Charles's new side gig.
Sounds like
pigeons, cool stuff. And popping pigeons. We haven't talked about Reinhard Schneider yet, though.
But I not.
Yeah, I am Reinhard Schneider.
Speaking of people with ridiculous names,
yes.
Did y'all saw that our beloved Reggie Fils-Aimé is retiring?
Yes.
I didn't even know Reggie was like to retirement age. I thought he was still in the prime of his life, but he's going to ride off into the sunset, like you wish all athletes would do. Like you want them to retire after a championship, like John Elway, or I guess George St. Pierre.
Jordan. Maybe?
No, he didn't retire on a championship. He came back and did that thing with the Wizards.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He was still like 43 or something like that, and dropped 51. When he's greatest of all time.
I was just trying to think of like athletes that are super talented and super famous. So
yeah,
like a Tom Brady then, because he just won the Super Bowl.
If Tom Brady would retire, that would be awesome. Tom Brady probably still is going to play in the league for about ever. Because he's not a human being. He's a little too perfect.
I know.
Like, look at that dude. He's a handsome gentleman.
Yep.
He has a gorgeous wife. He's got good-looking kids. He's not ever in any kind of trouble. His Instagram is pretty hilarious, or maybe it's his Twitter. He seems like a cool dude that you would want to hang out with. Mm-hmm. That dude's sneaky. He's like I don't know. He's like the Canada of people. Like you want to be his friend, but there's something going on. Like they're quiet, a little too quiet.
Oh, he has universal health care too. I can't trust him.
Taxpayer funded health care.
So anyways, yes.
But yeah, Reggie. So Reggie, how did we get to Canada? Wow.
You're on fire tonight.
Yeah, I am. Reggie's going to retire. He's going to ride off into the sunset, and he's going to leave the keys to the kingdom, the keys to the Mushroom Kingdom, the keys to Nintendo of America to a man named Bowser.
Named
Doug Bowser. How more perfect. If his name would have been Mario Bowser, that's the only way it could have been any better.
Mario, middle name Luigi.
Yeah.
MLB.
Mario Luigi Bowser.
Luigi Bowser, what's your favorite fruit? I like peaches.
Peach.
It'd have to be, right?
What's your favorite animal? The toad.
What do you like to sit on? A stool.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I didn't think
favorite drug in college? Shrooms. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, no, of course. Keep gentlemen.
My first job young, I worked on a wrecking crew.
But then I graduated to be a plumber.
Yeah.
And I played golf.
All right, we've got to stop. These jokes are dragging. Is Bowser
like Bowser a dragon?
Or is he just like a devil turtle? I don't know.
He's a Koopa, isn't he? He's like the term they all termed.
He's a King Koopa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't know his name was Bowser until later entries. I always thought it was King Koopa.
It was King Koopa in Mario 1 in the manual. In Mario 3, he was probably Bowser Koopa.
Okay.
Something like that.
I think.
Well, that's exciting stuff that we have someone named Doug Bowser. He used to work for EA. Oh, wait, but don't let that frighten you. He retired from there, quit there a while back, and he's been with Nintendo since I think 2015. So I think he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he'll do Nintendo right. He won't do any of that nasty EA crap that they're known for.
All right, so I don't know how we lost like Reggie. I say lost like he died, but Reggie was kind of like perfect for the job. You know, the dude actually played games.
Mm-hmm.
The dude, he knew his product, I guess. He was a very charismatic gentleman. Even like he's got to be, you know, I'd say 50 something, probably closing on 60. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I wonder how old he is actually. But
he seemed like you could talk to him. It was like your buddy, you know. And he may have been a real dick in person. I don't know, but like in the
you hit it well then. If it was,
like E3 and all the, he seemed like some dude that would genuinely cared about what we were into. And I think as far as figureheads for these companies, you won't find a better one.
Right.
I'm hoping this Bowser dude does awesome, but who knows?
He's halfway there with that last name. So.
I don't know, how did that happen? How was that even possible?
Right. The stars aligned, and yeah.
You know, I wish him well. I wish actual heartfelt, sincere, you know, happy retirement to Reggie Fils-Aimé. Thanks for what you did, dude. You got us through the Wii and the Wii U and on
3DS.
3DS.
Yeah, there were times when, you know, they would have like special 3DS events, and Reggie would show up in your swap puzzle plaza, whatever that was called, and you get a free puzzle piece from him. So thanks for all the free pink puzzle pieces, Reggie.
Yeah, and not only that, he was a character, I guess. You know, maybe he was more of a character than an actual. I mean, I'm sure he did business things, but he was a character for an entire company, and good on you, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Happy
Nintendo is. What was that, Charles? Sorry.
I said happy retirement to you.
Yes, happy retirement. The end of an era.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, this was something that you mentioned last week. I didn't do any research on it, so I'm taking your word for it. Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania, is proposing that they put a tax on video games with an M rating. Is that true?
Well, somebody proposed it. I don't know if they're actually going to do it, but man, there's a lot to be said here. I don't know why. I kind of get the syntax on a lot of things. And that's exactly what this is. It's something that some people think is bad.
Yep.
That they want to tax to make themselves feel better. They said they were going to put the money towards school safety measures. But what does that mean? Somebody's going to make a shitty video. They're like, we need to do this for school safety. And we spent the money on this, and it's going to go into a slush fund. And somebody's going to piss it away on something, on butterfly nets or some goofy shit.
A new Lexus or something.
Right. It's going to be...
Corruption in politics? No.
Well, I'm not even going to say corruption. I'm not even going to say they're spending it on themselves, but it'll be on some kind of pet project. It'll be siphoned into something else that's not school safety.
Oh,
I don't know why it won't go away. Heavy metal had its turn, you know, music in the 80s, 70s and 80s maybe.
Who is that guy? Joe, the Hillary Clinton's dude that was all up in arms about Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. What was that guy's name?
I don't have any idea. I can't remember.
Joel
Lieberman?
Was that the guy who was like all anti-video game?
Right. But it's people.
People like that. Ugh.
People that they don't play video games. They don't understand what we're doing. Yes, there's definitely games that don't need to be played by kids. I would not let my son play Grand Theft Auto. Well, he's not mature enough for it. There's a reason it has a mature rating, because the same reason that R-rated movies have an R rating. They're restricted. Mm-hmm. It's to help people, or help parents, and help people find out what's suitable for them. These mature rated games are not any different. I don't know why they have it in their head that these are actually causing school shootings.
Is that still
yes,
happening? People still think that?
That's what this is about. They're going to say these school shootings are caused by violent video games. Guess what?
No.
I played a shit ton of Duck Hunt when I was a kid. Duck Hunt on the NES with a zapper. You know, I have never ever in my life been duck hunting. Never.
Oh man, dude! If that logic applied, like, you know how many worlds I would have saved by now from evil?
I've never ever saved a world. I've never robbed a hooker like I did in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
There's just tons of things that we did in video that you do in video games. It's not real. We understand. Even my son understands that Minecraft is not real. They're not Endermen coming to get you. You don't need a diamond sword or a diamond pickaxe. It's a game.
Charles.
Majority of the people understand that it's a game, but there's that small percentage of people who sometimes go into reality, think it's reality, and they blend the two together.
So you want to take it away from everybody?
Not everybody.
I think
it's just this.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's just this is a whole nother big.
Well, the idea that violence in video games or violence on TV or anything that causes people to make different choices is preposterous at best.
Yeah,
it's the stuff you see. You know, I've seen when I was a little kid, when I was a child, I saw Superman fly. I was like, how did that dude do that? How are they making him fly? I never once jumped off of something and tried to fly. You know why?
Because you knew better.
I couldn't fly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that with these M-rated games, a lot of it has to do with, don't be a shitty parent.
That's what the ratings are for.
Yeah. Just saying.
But some parents ignore that.
Some parents ignore that, which to me, okay, then if you're going to ignore it, I think they should play it first.
A nanny state?
Say what?
We need a nanny state. We need the government to control everything, to control what parents should be doing.
I think parents should just know right from wrong. And if they do, if their little one wants to play an M-rated game, I think the parent should look at videos and footage and read reviews and, ask around, then decide. What was that?
Paying attention to what their kid's doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That should go without saying. I'm not a parent,
take
but
a little hip trip back to what was it, 1994-ish, when Mortal Kombat came out. The top of my Christmas list that year was I wanted Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo. My mom said, "Do you know what she sat me down. She said, "All right, little Jason, do you know what Mortal Kombat means?" I was like, "Yeah, they fight to the death." She said, "You know that's a game." I was like, "Yeah, they're shooting fireballs and biting people's head off. It's a game. It's cool. It's awesome. I'm a pre-teenage boy, and I want to see that stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, you want to do fatality.
I want to do fatalities." But she's like, "You know what mortal means?" Like, yeah, they die. Mario fell in a pit. I didn't think he came back went to get ice cream. He fell in the hole and died.
There's an ice cream shop down there. No.
Yeah, there's definitely something cool going down there. Little Timmy jumped down in the hole. No, you died. It was dead. Kids are smarter than you give them credit for, man. Yeah. They're not.
Definitely.
It's violence in video games. For some people, maybe an outlet. It may be. But it's the same type of outlet as like paintball.
Yeah,
it's simulating death. It's not. There's consequences to stuff. You don't really shoot somebody. If somebody gets a gun and wants to shoot somebody, they're going to shoot somebody.
And it's not going to be because of a game. I'm assuming because a game inspired them. No,
they've got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
They've got anger issues. They've got, even if they've been abused or whatever else, and they still know right from wrong.
Yeah.
And if they don't know right from wrong, they're going to do it anyways. Don't blame games.
Yeah. Games aren't the problem. And this is another whole political,
mental health
thing, but
which is
absolutely, it's a mental health thing. Absolutely.
And that 99.99999% of people who understand the game is that sometimes it's that minuscule percentage who've got those issues.
And those are the ones you'll hear about.
Not going to do something. I mean, do something anyways.
Yeah, they're going to do something anyway. There's no.
Yeah. So don't blame the video game for it.
Or how about blaming the person that does it?
Blame the person that does it, and I'm not sure else there is to blame, really.
Yeah. People have. I mean, even if you don't have.
Oh wait, the government. Okay, I had to say.
The government made me do it. I'm the Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
But if either the person knows right from wrong and they do something terrible, or the person doesn't know right from wrong, and that means that they're insane.
Yeah. They should not be. They shouldn't be allowed out in the first place.
Well, no, seriously.
Well, no,
that's like one of the definitions of criminal insanity is you don't know right from wrong.
Yeah.
You don't know that you're doing something wrong. So, yeah, man. This is usually a fun podcast, and it's really.
Oh, this is fun. Still.
This has been very heavy tonight. Oh, been very, very heavy, and I'm
anyway. Heating up.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm hot. I'm a little hot on the collar. You know.
Yeah, you are.
So,
it's it's so. I don't know. This is going to another thing. I'll stop it there.
Oh, dude, it's fine.
Yeah,
we're all friends here.
It's for this goes very the political thing. I'm all for the First Amendment. But there should be limits. Some of these people be having guns. These people who
that's not the First Amendment
or Second Amendment, whatever.
Second Amendment. First Amendment is freedom of speech. Sir, your argument is invalid.
You are no longer allowed to be a voter person thingy, but you signed up for. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
we knew what you meant.
You misspoke, man. Go ahead.
I misspoke.
So the Second Amendment, you're all for the Second Amendment. Go ahead.
Yeah. People have the right to own a firearm.
Yes.
But should there be people who should not have a firearm in America?
Felons.
Felons, yes. Should there
not own firearms?
Should people who
definitely not
may not be clear mentally?
All right. This is
a slippery slope. This is
okay, and this is my answer to that, and the problem with that. Maybe not even the answer, just another problem to point out. If people that if you have mental illness, you can't own a firearm. That's been that red flag laws. Isn't that what they call them?
Yeah. Maybe.
So, but wouldn't that cause, or could that possibly cause people not to come forward and get help?
Because they want to keep their guns, you mean? Or what do you mean?
They don't want to label.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Why
maybe.
are we discussing guns?
Like I know people that have close to me that have been they've been diagnosed with depression, been diagnosed with general anxiety disorder.
Sure.
With those, you can't, if you've got that red flag on you, you've got that label, you can't own a firearm. If you don't get that help that you need when you are battling depression, you may do something, you may hurt yourself, you may hurt other people. So is this not going to cause a mental illness or mental health problem by telling people beforehand, like, you're going to get a label, so you better not get help?
Yeah.
I think I'm a little lost. Didn't.
There's the red flag laws. That the idea of that is that people with mental illness can't own a gun.
Okay.
That
I follow.
All right. So obviously, if you're going to be late, you're going to get a label of mental illness, right?
Yes.
So if people are like, well, I don't want to be labeled as mentally ill, I don't want any of my rights to be taken away, I'm not going to go get help. So then you have people that are with mental health issues that won't reach out for help. We need to be encouraging people to get help for mental illness, get help for, things that when things aren't going very well in your life, get help. But instead, this is a step backwards going, we're going to take away your rights if you do get help. So wouldn't that discourage people from reaching out?
I would think if they're more, okay, Charles.
I see that sometimes, I know there's a lot of veterans who have PTSD. Some of them don't get to help because, a lot of them has this veteran mentality. I'm too strong. I could do this on myself. I saw that, I could do this. But then
the next 22 veterans a day, commit suicide because they're man's man. They don't reach out for help. They think that's a sign of weakness. Do we need to give people another excuse not to reach out for help?
Yeah.
I would hope. Now, I'm not a doctor by any means. So when you have a mental health disorder and you do get help, don't you eventually don't you get better? Is that?
The idea is that you will get, if it's a chemical imbalance, because some people, they just have a chemical imbalance in their brain and they feel sad. They feel depressed.
Yeah.
No, they don't ever get better. They learn how to deal with it. They gain skills to be able to take care, to, be happy, to live a normal life. And in some cases, they can get on medication that can balance out those serotonin levels in their brain that are misfiring. So there's, you don't really get better. I think mental health is the one I can speak about. I'll just be square with y'all. I've been diagnosed with depression in my life. I have a little bit of a little off. So, this is a near and dear thing to me because I wouldn't want to be labeled something and not been having any rights taken away because I reached out for help. Because I knew I couldn't do this on my own. So I don't understand. It's really hard for me to go, there may have been a point, like if I thought I couldn't, I was going to have, who knows, next, is it voting? Like I won't be able to vote if I reach out.
I see you're going. Okay.
Where it's a slippery slope. You take away one right, where you can take away the next one. Like felons, they can't vote. They can't have a gun. Or maybe they can vote.
Felons, it's hard for them to vote.
They have to go through some steps.
Yeah. So
I don't think you don't need to discourage people from reaching out for help for mental illness. And no, you don't ever get better. And you just learn to deal with it. And
I would think that they'd be more inclined. No, I'm not. I'm thinking like not like your case, but other cases. I would think and hope they'd rather get well and feel better instead of having a gun. But I'm not sure.
Well, it's not necessarily going and like going to have a gun. It's getting that label put on you. It's being,
the stigma. You mean stigma type of thing?
No, not just the stigma, but an actual red flag. When you go to buy a gun,
like you're buying something and like your name pops up on a registry type of thing.
Right. Well, you have to get you have to have be screened, have a background check to buy a firearm. Cool. That's just you go and you get one. If you don't have a concealed carry license or the pre-approved stuff, you have to wait 2 hours before you can buy something.
Cool.
And if in that registry, like it says, nope, I'm not a felon, or your background check comes back and you're not a felon, you're good to go, you're a law-abiding citizen. Hey, that's pretty much it. You're not a felon. You're not restricted. But there'll be a flag come up and says, hey, this person has been labeled mentally ill.
Okay.
So why I wouldn't want any of my rights taken away.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't want that because that would be that is a label for mental illness.
Do you think the right would be completely erased though, or would it just be like more restrictive? Like you can own this firearm, but you can't own like what's the common one, the AK, whatever.
AR-15 is what you're trying to say.
AR-15, yeah.
Right.
I see. I know.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to
bazooka.
What does AR in AR-15 stand for?
Automatic rifle?
No.
Oh.
Any more guesses?
Automatic. Is automatic the first word?
No.
Awesome.
Awesome rifle.
It's Armalite rifle. It is a brand name.
What's it called?
Armalite.
Armalite.
Armalite rifle. It is a brand name. It's not assault rifle, which most people say, well, that's assault rifle 15. It's black and scary. It's not. It's a style of gun that shoots the exact same cartridge. If I had the same gun that is semi-automatic and shot 5.56 ammunition and it was wood grain, people wouldn't be scared of it. That's a hunting rifle, even though it's mechanically exactly the same. People just don't like black guns because they look like, to a person that doesn't know, they look like a military rifle. And I would want one because they look like a military rifle and they're cool.
One in each hand, like very Arnold, old school.
Oh well, no, I'm a very gun safety type person, but no,
I know what you mean.
But people, there's a big man. We go deep down this rabbit hole. There's
about 10 minutes left, so
we can keep going.
Put a bow on this thing.
Well, I got shit to do, so
okay.
There's a lot of people that have they're misinformed about guns, about firearms, about things like that, and they don't really know what they're talking about, and they run their damn head about gun control.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said a while ago, is there a certain type of gun you could have? Gun is a gun. It slings hot metal at high speed.
Mm-hmm.
People say that, well, you don't need a gun that can shoot 15 rounds. Like, well, what's going to keep me from putting 2 7-round magazines or one and then the next? Nothing. I mean, it's high capacity magazines that's a dumb idea. The whole Brady bill was a dumb idea, even though part of the Brady bill says that you can't have a grenade launcher on your gun. That was something that Bill Clinton signed in like 1994.
Okay, I'm like, the who?
Expired during the Bush administration.
Why would you have a grenade launcher on your gun?
It's spelled out in the Brady bill that you can't.
No, like unless there's a zombie apocalypse.
Why would you have one in the first place?
How else are you going to shoot grenades?
I know. You're not going to throw them. That's old school. Who wants to do that?
See, there was like you could have two out of a certain list, or up to 2 out of a certain list, and like bayonet lug was on there. Like, who needs a bayonet?
Is that the one with the spear at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the old M1 Garand with a knife on the end of it.
You could buy a Mosin Nagant pretty cheap. In most places they sell them with a bayonet.
Well, they look like a bayonet style gun, and they sound like a cannon going off.
I did not know anything about these. I know jack crap about guns. I fired 2 in my lifetime, but that was, geez, 13, 14 years ago.
Fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I felt like a badass. Of course, it was fun. I'm a dude.
People 12 gauge shotgun a couple times.
Yeah.
Is that the one that like really kick back?
Yeah, it's like a pretty much a tube that just slings like little BBs out.
Okay.
Or a big deer slug.
Or a big slug, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, Philip, honestly, most of the people that want to argue for gun control or any kind of they know about as much about guns as you do.
Yeah.
And bless their heart, they're just misguided. They know what TV has told them, that these are scary.
The media and
I try not to be
internet.
that guy that's like, the liberal media is telling you to think this, because Fox News is just as bad as CNN. It's just the different kinds of, you get the news of what you want to hear. They're the exact same, just they're 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yes, the media they tell you that this is a bad, evil gun, and
the media also loves the ratings, so they want those bad, evil guns.
Very, very true. And
anyways,
they what's sad is that politicians will introduce legislature that they're not informed about at all. And that's sad to me, that they'll get up there and, like, there's that clip that goes around the internet about this. What do they say? It's something ridiculous. Something about high capacity magazines shoot 50 rounds in 2.2 seconds. Well, there was a bump stock. I'm sure if Charles ever sees this, or not Charles, fighter pilot, Jeremy.
Yeah. Oh,
if Jeremy ever sees this, he'll be able to tell you all about it, because he shares this stuff on Facebook all the time. But anyways, there's just so many misinformed people that really think that just because a gun's black, it's going to kill people. There's never been a gun jump off a table and shoot somebody.
There's illegal modifications you could do.
Oh, yeah, but they're illegal. It's illegal to do that already. Yeah. Like, you can't have an automatic gun without a license. Or
you could take that AR-15 and make it automatic.
You can do that with anything.
Yeah, anything, yeah.
I can do that with a 9mm. All it takes is a file. With a Glock pistol, all it takes is a file. You can do that with it's just illegal to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with a hunting rifle. It's illegal. You don't do it.
And the size of the bullet is not really. A bigger bullet could do damage, but a little 22 caliber bullet, if it goes in you, that's not gonna go straight through, but it's gonna ricochet around you. It hits you right.
Well, people, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get shot with a BB, much less a 22, much less a 5.56, any of that.
Oh
So,
no, I bruise easily. I will not do.
Yeah, I don't want to get shot with anything, any kind of an arrow. I don't want to get shot with a slingshot.
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot by a spitwad. There's just
a paintball playing paintball.
Yeah, I don't want to be shot with a paintball.
No.
I don't want a rock to fly and hit me. I just don't. So I don't know what that argument means, but
all I had to say is Pennsylvania and your tax on mature rated games. How dare you? Look what you made us do in our parents' basement.
Oh my gosh. Tonight was it was special, man.
It went we still talk video games.
Yeah,
barely.
But we talked everything.
There's a $100,000 Super Mario game that sold at auction. That was a test market game, completely sealed.
I would love to have that.
Do you have $100,000? No,
I don't. I have a house.
You have a house and a Bob, and that is all. And every other Nintendo game you could think of. And you have Turf. You have the outro. So I'm gonna hand the floor to you. And let you do your thing.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Our Parents' Basement, you should probably find one of the bajillion political podcasts on the internet. Just skip it. We usually don't do this. It's usually more cheeky and fun. Somebody will usually make a comment about a penis. That just happens. But if you want to hear more of these, you can check us out. Gosh, I'm all messed up. We got an audio only podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify, Tuned In, you name it, we're there. And if we're not there, we should be.
Yes.
So let me know. And if you want to let me know, you can hit me up on Facebook at facebook.com/OPB podcast. That's Our Parents' Basement Podcast. Twitter at OPB Podcast. Instagram is at OPB Podcast. So you see what we got going there. It's Our Parents' Basement Podcast. Oh, and if you want to see the video version of this and see me wave my hands and talk with big eyes, because I'm intent and I'm really passionate about things like this, go to Twitter, go to YouTube. Search for Our Parents' Basement. We'll find it. We've got a page there with all of these episodes on it in the video form. So there you go. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all tonight. I'm sorry that I was political. I'm sorry that I was passionate. No, I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize.
All good.
Oh, no, that's what video games bring us together, and that's what keeps us together. That's what keeps Our Parents' Basement running,
That's right. We will. Yes. So anyways, guys, I've really had fun tonight. And like I said, I'm sorry I went down a political path, but I've been ranting all day. I was ranting at work today. I don't know what's going on.
Were you politically ranting at work today too?
Yeah, I was ranting at something. What do we get fired up on? It's something at lunch. I mean, I got plumb on a soapbox, and I just had a hair trigger today, I guess.
Well,
it's all good.
Glad you got to share some of that on OPB. And next week, I think we'll have another episode.
Sure.
It's a day before Louisville, so.
Are you still going, Turf?
Yes.
I am not. I don't know if the hotel is open, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm pushing a button to end this. Good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.